Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here, and a little bit of Time and Materials Brewing Company, a little collab with Hopothecary Ales. Yeah, this is their Time Eradicator. This is an Imperial Stout, druggist approved anti-thirst therapy. Don't know what that means. Story time on the side here. It says Time Eradicator. In Victorian era, the term eradicator meant to remove or destroy and was often used as a colorful way to peddle pain or cough medicine. Our Time Eradicator is an imperial stout boasting intense flavors of roast, caramel, and chocolate, tipping the scale at 13%. An evening with this full-bodied concoction will certainly eradicate your thirst, but if you're not careful, it may also eradicate your perception of time. Brewed and canned by Hopothecary Ales, North Reading, Massachusetts. So this is actually a collab on their side of things. I believe I did a collab on the Time and Materials side of things that they did. Can't think of it off the top of my head. It's probably on my channel. This actually comes courtesy of Brian from Time Materials. He sent this off. This is the second. I think he sent me 4 or 5 beers. This last mail. I believe this is the second one I'm reviewing. Maybe the third. We'll see what's what. It is, I don't know, about 70 degrees, 80 degrees in the shed, summer. We're looking at, 12:58 in the afternoon. Might as well drink at 13% stout. Label-wise, I like it. I dig it. It's kind of a little old-timey vibes to it, a la what they're kind of hinting to in the sides. Time Eradicator. Pretty sure that is a Coheed Cambria's title of a song, because if it's not, I'm sure it will be at some time, because that just makes all the sense in the world. Beer-wise, definitely looks the part of a stout. On the pour, it wasn't this big, huge, crazy amount of darkness, but it definitely comes off as a big stout. In the glass, not a huge head on it. Typically, more often than not, a lot of these bigger stouts, I like to have a nice, creamy, fluffy head. This one's more like cola-like, kind of dissipating a little bit, but definitely looks the part of a big old stout. It's good nose. Yeah, mostly a roasty, toasty, chocolatey caramel thing, a la what they said on the label. Very almost desserty without being kind of adjuncty kind of vibe to it, which I kind of dig. But I believe you're going to get a nice roasty toastiness off this. Maybe even get a little bit towards kind of Russian Imperial Stout. There's kind of a precursor to some kind of bittering where there would be a combination of roasted malts and hops and stuff like that to put on the nose. It is very decadent, very rich, very kind of dark chocolate, cherry cordial-y kind of vibes I'm getting off of it. Smells damn nice. Let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. Yeah, big bittering component here. Yeah, big bittering component. Very much a Russian Imperial Stout for me. I think it's actually a combination of roasted malt. I think it's a combination of hops, and I actually think it's a carbonic acid thing that's kind of bringing this bitterness level up for me. That kind of semi-sweet, kind of cherry cordial thing. Well, I do get a little bit of that. It very much backs down to a straight baker's chocolate kind of chocolate without a huge sweet addition to it. There is a little bit of soft kind of lactosey vanilla vibes. I don't think there's any of that in here. It comes off very much like oat heavy for me, which I kind of dig. It drinks all the part of 13% too. You know you're drinking something of heft. I like this. I like this quite a bit as a base stout with no kind of weird kind of adjuncty stuff thrown at it. Not trying to be anything but be a nice, well-made base. What I would call Russian Imperial Stout. It's actually quite tasty. I know a lot of people, when they think about Russian Imperial Stout, they think of North Coast Old Rasputin. To me, that's way too bittering. To me, I'm thinking more of like Black Albert kind of Russian Imperial Stout, Courage Russian Imperial Stout, albeit that's quite a bit lower in ABV. But it is this combination of that chocolate. While there is a sweet component, it comes out very much like that baker's chocolate I was talking about previously. You get that soft little kind of vanilla, they call it coconut. I can see where that's coming from. Vanilla-esque, oaty kind of vibe to it. That little tinge of like a cherry cordial underneath, but it really is that combination hops, roasted malts, maybe even a little bit of carbonic acid, kind of beefing up the bitterness on the other side of the thing that makes it quite a well balanced kind of a big burly kind of imperial stout. I dig this quite a bit. And it's weird part about it too is it's nice and cold. Sure, a lot of these beers we'd like to have warm up. And while I did make a joke at the beginning of the thing about a stout and hot weather, how stupid am I kind of thing, it's not the case. If you have a nice cold stout, even if it, you know, might want to be a little bit less than ABV, I think it is actually quite a refreshing beer during the summertime. So, yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it quite a bit. That combination of that bittering, roasty toastiness on top of that kind of more adulty, kind of chocolatey dessertiness, which makes it a really fun beer. I'm curious to see if they threw this in a barrel. I think it would work quite well in a barrel. Throw a spirit at this with its bitterness level, with its robustness. I think this is aged quite well. I'm curious to see if that happens. I'm a fan. I dig this. I dig it quite a bit. If we were going to label it a Russian Imperial Stout as one of the better ones I've had as of late, actually, yes. The Mount Rushmore Stout. So Mike, you gone there. This is a very, very tasty beer. Brass tacks. Core 4. Making tastiness. Here we go. Let's talk about it. Now, Hopothecary ales, I've never had anything from them other than the other collab that I've had with Time Materials. Have you had it in their beers? Have you been to the brewery? Do they have a spot? All that stuff down there. Time Materials, we're well versed in them. Brian watches the channel. I'm sure he'll comment on this. Have you had any of their beers? And have you had this particular beer? Or the other collab that they did on the other side of things? All that stuff we can talk about down there. So there you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I don't know what else to say. I thought I was going to say something else there, but there's nothing in my brain. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice stout and 70-degree weather. We'll see you next time. Cheers, y'all.